to start the season with a win against the Ravens. I don't see that happening. And kind of like Dallas said, I feel like the lone hanging fruit of this division is going to be the Steelers. And I feel like every team in our division should get a win against them. The one team I really want to crush on that division is Cleveland. It's going to be
Yes.
Deshaun's first full year. And, here, Texans fans, not so much the team itself, but Texans fans want to show the world that we don't need Deshaun. We got CJ now, and we got a younger team, a better team, and we're ready to take on pretty much anybody. And hopefully, this team can be the head of the division. Maybe not this season, but years to come.
Okie dokie. Rios, your Texas brother, speaks wonderfully. Do you agree with him?
Yeah, like I said, Steelers, low-hanging fruit. Plus, JJ's going into the Ring of Honor, so that's, team's going to be extra fired up. And I think the Cleveland game also, because we should have won last year, especially because it's Deshaun's first game back. I think, because we played them basically in December this year, so if the team's competitive, like they have a chance of actually making the playoff run, there should be extra motivation to, get there, getting a win over Deshaun Watson and the Browns.
Fuck the Browns.
It's that
plus we own their first round picks. I want them to lose every single game.
Every single game. I want 0-17. Yeah.
Perfect season.
That game is definitely going to be for blood. Thank you, Rios. Carlos, do you agree as well?
Yes, I agree with everything. First of all, I want to say what a poorly run show this is by Sam. No, I'm kidding.
I second that.
I totally
Man, if you're watching, if you're watching next time, put literally anybody else. Put Sam's baby in charge.
Good old
Ben.
Ben.
It had to be a Titans fan that did this. No, no. To answer.
Y'all were talking bad shit. I had to shut you down.
Fell short, fell short like in the Super Bowl.
Oh, at least I've been to a Super Bowl ass hat.
Ooh, wait.
That was the Oilers roster, sir. That was the Houston Oilers roster.
Yeah, then you didn't pay for the stadium, did you? Anyway.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, show me the receipts.
I will. It's on the internet. Anyway.
With that being said, fuck Bud Adams.
All right. Anyway.
I hope he's roasting.
I didn't even get to talk.
I thought you were done.
No, I didn't even started.
All right, go ahead.
All right, no.
Anyway, as I was saying.
As I was saying, let me talk to you. No, I'm gonna say, the Steelers is definitely the one that we're gonna beat for sure. Again, like I said, watch me lose like horribly to them, but definitely the Steelers. I think we can keep it competitive against the Browns with our defense this year. I mean, we have CJ Stroud at the helm this time and not Davis Mills, so I'm hoping that a lot of those mistakes are cut, unlike Davis Mills last season. So honestly, I think we can keep it competitive with Cleveland. I think it could be we could probably beat them if we really go for it. But definitely Steelers, and there's a good chance Cleveland.
But also fuck the Ravens.
Good stuff. Thank you, Carlos. So kind, so patient.
Shut up.
Next up, NFC South. Why I go feed this little monster. Dallas, is there a team you feel really good about beating in the NFC South?
Yeah, as I said before, man, I could go with the easy Colts fan, low-hanging fruit with my hatred, my generational hatred, as you like to say, for the New Orleans Saints and what they did to us after Hurricane Katrina, Super Bowl 44. But I think the New Orleans Saints are easily the worst team in this division. So I'm not really excited about beating them. But I am excited about the rookie showdown between Anthony Richardson and Bryce Young in Carolina, and also our old head coach, Frank Reich, now the new head coach of the Carolina Panthers. Hopefully we can stick it to him, show him, we've moved on to bigger, better things. We're meant for a better future than we had under the Frank Reich regime. So I definitely think the Indianapolis Colts have to have the Carolina Panthers number this season. It's definitely going to be a great time with this division. Like I said earlier, I think that this division in the NFC South is really the turning point for us in the AFC South. I can see a lot of split series between our own division. I see a 50-50 for most of us between the AFC and in the AFC North. When it comes to the NFC South, I feel like a lot of these are easy games that you expect your teams to win, but they also are those teams that the Falcons with Bijan Robinson could run y'all to death, run us to death. And I think the team that wins the most games against the NFC South in our division this year is going to be the division champion. That's my first hot take here on Let's Talk Sports.
I like it. I have it written down already from the conversation that wasn't recorded. Anyway.
Yeah.
I agree. But I agree with Dallas. I agree with Dallas 100%.
Great job, Sam.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah, I'm killing it. Let me tell you. Joe, NFC South, you got one that you
NFC
think
South, man, I got to go with the home team. I got to go with the Tampa Bay Bucks. I think
Okay.
we're going to crush those guys, man. With Baker Mayfield, we're going to know what he's going to be this year. We know what he is. And so I think that's going to be the team that we crush on, man. And plus, it's for the state bragging rights, too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
In-state rivalry.
Yes, sir. Always the best. Thank you, Joe. Poppy!
Kind of like I said before, I feel like the one that I'm excited to see is going to be kind of like Dallas said, the rookie matchup. You got CJ and Bryce, number 1 and number 2 picks this year. I just want to see them have a real good showdown back and forth. I feel like we have a better team overall, so we should come out there with a win. I'm really excited to see that. I feel like everybody who's invested in these two teams are going to want to see a great matchup. I want to see like a 33-30 type of final score. As far as what would make me the happiest is if we absolutely annihilated the New Orleans Saints, because fuck the Saints, fuck their fans, fuck the city, fuck them, and thinks about them in any good way. And yeah,
Tell them how you really feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck
really,
you too,
Right.
man.
Hey.
Poppy always brings the Jerry Springer to the show. Thank you, Poppy.
I just don't trust their car or their defense or their offense or their fans or their coaching staff or their stadium or their
you don't
stadium.
trust nobody.
Nobody from there.
Life has been unkind to Poppy. He's just like,
I love the food though. I love the food. Food is
oh
great.
yeah, there's definitely some good
So-
food down there. I think my thing about the Saints is Derek Carr always starts out hot like for 4 games and then he just bottoms. And
It's like Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He is a bottom.
yeah,
without
yeah,
talented.
exactly. He's just kind of there and then he like just poops the bed for whatever.
But this is
reason.
gonna be his year though, because it won't be out of excuses.
Yeah. No, and by the way,
everybody's saying like, oh, he never had a defense in with the Raiders. So I think this is the year that he has to figure it out, because you're playing with pretty much your best defense that you've had. But again, with the New Orleans Saints, man, is their coach even a viable coach? We seen what he did with the Raiders, Dennis Allen back in the day. So I don't know. So, but yeah, I agree though, man. You guys should be able to be up on the Saints, man. I agree.
We
Definitely.
should. I hope so.
that would be fan-freaking-tastic. Rios, NFC South team.
Everyone should be a win, but the one I'm looking forward to the most is the rookie matchup, CJ against Bryce. I think if the NFL is smart, they're going to flex that into prime time.
It's going to be like a 3:00 or late night game for sure. It's got to
They got to flex it, because it's middle of the season. They're both week 1 starters. Like, they're going to find the groove by then. That should be a prime time matchup, and it should be win, because we have I think the Panthers O line is garbage. They're going to struggle to protect Bryce.
Right, and you guys are going to have the caveat of having a hot new coach, and Frank Reich is kind of we've already seen what Frank Reich is, right?
Yeah.
So like D'Amico Ryans is kind of the question mark. Yeah,
But I actually like low key some of y'all moves though y'all made with the Texans, man. Devin Singletary signing was pretty good.
it was.
Yeah.
So I mean, y'all low key made some moves, and then y'all team to watch for, honestly though, man. I ain't gonna even lie, man. Y'all did some pretty good stuff underneath. I mean,
For sure.
what you guys already have, definitely.
But now, if we could bring Mike Evans home, man.
Like if you look at the Texans, if you look under the hood, it looks pretty good on paper for sure. We just we got to see how it translates onto the field. And I feel D'Amico is going to be a big part of that.
For sure. Carlos, anything to add to that, buddy?
I see a win all across the board against the NFC South. I think we said it while we were supposed to be on air. that
Oh,
that
good God.
yeah, I'm gonna keep bringing that up. No, I think we said it while we were supposed to be on air that
It's going to be brought up every
team,
Tuesday.
Yeah, it will.
Like you're done. You're done after this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're done for this.
You might not
you're
even
not
bring
coming
you
back
back.
from this.
Well,
Yeah.
it's been fun.
Yeah. No, every team should be a win, like Rio said. The only one that I see I want it to be pretty good or competitive would be against, like they said, against Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. I still think we have the upper hand on that just because I'm pretty sure we have a much better defense than they do.
Yes.
And so that's to me, I think that's going to be a win for that reason. There's going to be definitely a lot of rookie mistakes from both Bryce and from CJ on that game. That's what I expect. But again, I feel like we have the upper hand based on that. How do you call it? That defense that we got going on. The Atlanta game, if Bijan turns out to be what he's expected to, I'm a little worried just because there was a certain point I saw in the Miami preseason game. I think Rios and I, we were there at that one. We were watching it at the Bull and Bear place. Even with our starters, it seemed like the weakest point from our defense is still the run game. And so it all depends on, like I said, if Bijan is who he's supposed to be, that might cause us some issues. But other than that, that's the only part of Atlanta that kind of scares me. Other than that, it doesn't. So I'm going to say a straight win all across the board, but with a little concern of Atlanta, just for that reason, the running.
I'm also concerned with Atlanta. I think they're going to be much improved this year. I feel like, of course, I have a deep amount of respect for Arthur Smith, but I think he's finally getting the tools that he needs to run that offense the way he wants to. It's the offense that did well for Ryan Tannehill, and they actually made him look like, right under Pat Mahomes in efficiency. Now, I don't think Desmond Ridder, that's still debatable. But we'll have to see how that all goes, of course. Let's see. Gentlemen, what is the game on your schedule that you are most hyped for if you have one? And I'll start with Joe.
Oh, man. Week 2. Kansas City, man. We got to get that. We got to get our lit back. We definitely got to get our lit back. Losing the division round to them, man. As a Jaguar fan, bro, I feel like we had them on the ropes. Christian Kirk dropped. The fumble. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was in that game, man. Like, regardless of how people want to cut it, man, we was in that game. So week 2, we ready. I think we locked in, we ready. I need Kansas City to do what they need to do on Thursday night. Come in 1-0 because we want to give them their first L, definitely.
Yeah. That's going to be is it a 12 o'clock game? Or are they going to push?
I think it's – let me look here.
Well, mine's 12 o'clock. I don't know if Eastern is 1.
I think it's a 1 o'clock start
on Sunday.
Eastern
All
time.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, they should bump that one up. They're going to bump it. Let's see. Mr. Clark, what game got you hyped?
Yeah, so, obviously, I'm extremely excited about week 1. Having a rookie quarterback that's got the athletic ability that Anthony Richardson has. I know that we have the Jonathan Taylor drama going on, which stifles my excitement a little bit for that first 4 weeks. Unfortunately, we play the Jaguars through that first 4 weeks stretch without Jonathan Taylor, so we're going to have to do what we can in that stretch. But as far as the entire schedule, we don't have any primetime games. Every single game outside of one game for the Indianapolis Colts is a 1 p.m. start Eastern Standard Time. And that one game that's not a 1 p.m. start is the Germany game that we have this season against the New England Patriots. We're playing the New England Patriots, the old rival. We got better of them in our last matchup with that big Jonathan Taylor run. So hopefully we have Jonathan Taylor out there eating Belgian waffles, getting ready for the game. And the Colts can have a fantastic time. I know it's 7:30 in the morning here, Mountain Standard Time in Colorado. So I'm going to be up bright and early, waking up all my neighbors that morning.
As you should.
Nah, fuck that. 4 in the morning? Fuck that.
That's awful.
Carlos.
Sam, I'm excited to go and beat you guys while you're wearing your Oilers jerseys. You know how I feel about it. The Oilers jerseys belong to Houston and Houston alone. So, therefore, I'm looking forward because also you and I have a bet. You remember?
What's the what? No, I don't. I sleep
the
deprived with a
Lucas
small
Street.
human.
The Mayo
Lucas
coffee
Street.
bet.
Oh, the Levis special, the Venti Levis
Levis
special.
special, yes, sir.
Is that for that game? Okay.
It's for
I'm
both
down.
games.
Oh.
Both one of us drinks twice, or we all drink one. One of us drinks one each game. I don't know. Something's gonna happen, but Mayo and coffee will be drunk.
Okay,
during those
it
games.
will be Hillman's mayonnaise, by the way. It will not be any of this miracle.
Nah,
Whip
you're
shit.
gonna get Miracle Whip, which isn't even
Do you put
mayonnaise.
sugar in it or just straight mayo? That's
No,
no.
straight mayo. Straight
Straight
mayo.
up black
Straight
coffee
mayo.
and mayo. That's
It's
it.
gonna be
I'm gonna
half
like
mayo,
White Tie.
half coffee.
My poor
Whoa.
poor Ben. Don't watch when this
Whoa.
happens. Anyway, okay. Rios.
You.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carlos. You got something else?
No,
You
that's
got
it.
something
It was against
Okay.
y'all. That's the one.
else? Okay.
No, I will add on to that because, like I said, hopefully Bud Adams is roasting. Fuck him, the entire Adams family. Those colors belong to us, and I look forward to us decimating y'all in Tennessee, wearing those jerseys.
Gentlemen. To be
Nobody
clear,
cares, Sam. Nobody cares.
Yeah, okay. Fuck you both. Anyway, to be clear, okay, you can look up newspaper clippings. Everybody said good riddance when we left. They didn't care, and now you want it back. So which one is it? Do we want it
No,
back?
we don't want them back.
See
We
what I
want the
mean?
I
uniforms.
would
See what I
probably
mean?
be
See what I
willing to
mean,
bet
Sam?
that a lot
Nobody
of us
cared.
had good riddance when our ex left, but we still care quite a bit.
Oh, okay. It's the
Yeah,
goal.
bro. You gonna start? Are you gonna start?
Rios starts crying right now. Like,
Yeah,
I,
are
mean,
we
I
gonna
should
do the
call her.
boyfriend?
I should call her.
It wasn't me, Rios. It wasn't me. Anyway, Poppy, game you're most hyped for.
Like I mentioned before, the Browns game I'm really looking forward to. The Panthers game I'm really looking forward to. But honestly, the most hyped game of the season has to be Week 1, dude. We're back on the field. This is a brand new team,
Yes, sir.
brand new coaching staff, brand new quarterback. Same defense, but hopefully a little bit better this year. And then, John Mechie coming back, CJ having more. The offense having a few more weapons. Like I
You
said,
know
man.
who I low key like?
Who?
Tank Dell, man.
Yes,
Tank
sir.
Dell is gonna be
Yeah.
he's a sleeper. He's a sleeper
That's
for
a
sure.
sleeper right there. That's a
So
sleeper.
I feel like the game I'm most hyped for is this Sunday, man. Like Ravens. Like I feel like I'm calling it now. Like Lamar just got paid. I'm gonna say my hot take would be Lamar MVP this year. But if we can start the season 1-0, nothing would make me happier.
Gotcha.
I said fucking the Saints in the butt.
I feel like at 1 o'clock on week 1 is probably going to be the best that a lot of us feel in this
Yes.
division
The most
for the entire
optimistic.
season, especially us with rookie
Right.
quarterbacks, the Houston Texans,
Yeah.
the Indianapolis
Because
Colts.
the
Week 1
moment
may
we-
potentially be the happiest that we are for the next 18 weeks of the year.
The
I'm gonna
moment
say
we
this about
lose our
Dallas,
first
man.
game,
It's a-
first game, that's it for everybody.
Jaguar fans are torn this week because Anthony Richardson is from the local area. He's from Gainesville, so he's a Gator coming from a Gator. A lot of Gator fans are Jazz fans, so you got a lot of. It's torn this week, but we want him to do good. But now this kid can't do good against the Jazz. So man, he could tear the field up as long as we get the win. Throw for 300-400 yards. Oh, hey, we good.
400?
We get the
Hey,
win.
man, as long as we don't have one of them whack-ass ties like us and the Texans did last season.
Oh,
That shit-
God.
that's one of the
That
more
was
heartbreaking
awful.
part about the Texans beat us down last season.
What is
in that
it? What is
wax
it,
boring
soccer?
tie that
Was
we
that
had.
week one last year, right?
It was.
I think
Week
it was
one.
like it was either week 1 or week 2. It was mad early.
Oh,
What a-
it was week 1, I think.
About the worst way to start a season.
Oh, wow.
I
I'd
want
rather
that.
lose. I almost rather lose.
I want that as a soundbite from Carlos. What is this, soccer? That's what I want. As a
What is
soundbite.
this, soccer? No ties.
I want the Ravens. We play the Ravens in London. I want the Ravens in London. That's what I want. I've beaten them twice. He's beaten me once. I want the Ravens in London. I just want to. I don't know. Lamar Jackson's got a very punchable face, and I want a piece of it. I don't know what to say.
You want
I
all
just-
the smoke.
I can't
Oh,
stand the guy. I just want a piece of it.
But I do got a question for Coach for you Dallas fans, a Colts fan, man. Do you feel like Ballard? Do you feel like he's on the chopping block this year if he can't get it done?
I definitely don't think that Chris Ballard is on the chopping block because a lot of the problems with the Indianapolis Colts have not come at all from the Chris Ballard standpoint. You look at the best players that we have, talking Jonathan Taylor, Quentin Nelson, Darius Leonard, all came from the Chris Ballard regime, and they weren't number one picks. They were, mid-round picks, except for Quentin Nelson, of course. He's really good at finding studs in those mid-rounds. And I don't think anything that's going on with the Indianapolis Colts is on the fault of Chris Ballard. He's done nothing but build our team into the potential star team that it could be. And then you have things like what Jim Irsay has done in the public with Jonathan Taylor that have really spurred our star running back. One of the best running backs in the league, and it's going to be hard unless we pay Jonathan Taylor at least $1 million more than anybody offers him in free agency to really think Jonathan Taylor's going to come back. I don't think that Chris Ballard's on the chopping block. I think that the Indianapolis Colts may consider making some ownership moves, but it's a family business. We've been watching the Irsay since the drunk father was running the Indianapolis Colts. So I don't think Irsay is going anywhere, but in Ballard we trust, man. That's one of the biggest Indianapolis Colts mottos, and I don't think Ballard's going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay. So we talked about this before the show came on to give respect to Chris Ballard.
Before the show came on.
Before the show came on. Before the show
40
came
minutes
on.
ago?
Yeah, 40 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, so but Chris Ballard, I think we should have a thing here. We get a lot of rigmarole. We get a lot of crap from the GMs that never give us the real answer or whatnot. And what does Chris Ballard do? He gets up at this press conference. I have the Jonathan Taylor situation going. It sucks. He was straight up. And it was a moment of honesty. That's something that I think we could all wish we had in football instead of them dancing around the subject and, talking for 5 sentences about something instead of answering the question. He said it sucks.
He's the first player out. He's the first player in and the last player out.
Yeah. Stop
Imagine the Texans would have been like, yes, Deshaun is a perv. We got it. We're working.
I would have respected him more.
Honestly.
He likes fingers in the booty. We know.
Anyway, thank you all for coming on today. I apologize for apparently not hitting the button properly. I am sleep deprived for a very good reason. And this has been the AFC South Roundtable. Dallas, thank you. Joe, thank you. Carlos, thank you. Poppy, thank you. Rios, love you, baby.
By the way, go Stros.
Yeah, look at you. Go Stros.
Hey, I'm rooting for y'all, my dark horse, man. Y'all got to get in, man. Win and get in, baby.
Appreciate it.
Man,
They're dominating the Rangers right now.
Not even in this conversation.
Oh, are they? I got to get Alan's tears in a jar.
Horribly.
Anyway, everybody have a good evening.
All right, peace.